Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, Chapter 21. The gopis glorify the songs of Krishna's flute. Text 9. Please repeat. Gopyaha kim acharat ayam kushalam sma venu dhamodara adara sudham api gopikhanam bhunkte swayam yat avishishta rasam hridinyaha rishyad tvachaha ashru mumuchuhu taravaha etha aryaha gopya kimacharat ayam kushalam smavenur gopya kimacharat ayam kushalam smavenur Dhamodaradara Suthamapi Gopikanam Dhamodaradara Suthamapi Gopikanam Bhunkte Swayam Yasavishta Bhunkte Swayam Yadavasishta Rasam Hridanyo Bhunkte Swayam Yadavasishta Rasam Hridanyo Rishyatvachoshru mumuchus taravo yataya Rishyatvachoshru mumuchus taravo yatarya Gopya kimacharatayam kushalam smavenur Dhamodaradara suthamapi gopikhanam Bhunkte swayam yadavashishta rasam hridanyo Rishyatvachoshru mumuchus taravo yatarya Gopya kimacharatayam kushalam smavenur Dhamodaradara suthamapi gopikhanam Bhunkte swayam yadavashishta rasam hridinyo Rishyatvachoshru mumuchus taravo yatarya Gopya kimacharatayam kushalam smavenur Oh. This last word, yataryaha, is show the word to word. Word to word, last word. The last word. Go one more. Arya. Yeah, this is in the shloka. The A is short. Last one. Etarya should be. Okay. Anyone else? Mataji? Charatayam kushalam smavena Dhamodharam Pighana Twachos Ramumachos Sara Gopyaha, O gopis, Kim, what? Acharat, performed. I am this. Kushalam, auspicious activities. Sma, certainly. Venu, the flute. Dhamodara, of Krishna. Adara Sudha, the nectar of the lips. Api, even. Gopikana, which is all to the gopis. Bhungte, enjoys. Swayam, independently. Yet, from which avasishta, remaining. Rasam, the taste only. Hradinyaha, the rivers. Rishyas, feeling jubilant. Tvachaha, whose bodies. Ashru, tears. Mumuchuhu, shed. Taravaha, the trees. Eta, exactly like. Arya, old forefathers. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. My dear Gopis, what auspicious activities did the flute perform to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips independently and leave only a taste for us Gopis, for whom that nectar is actually meant? The forefathers of the flute, the bamboo trees, shed tears of pleasure. His mother, the river on whose bank the bamboo was born, feels jubilant, and therefore her blooming lotus flowers are standing like a hair on her body. Purport. This translation is quoted from Srila Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 16.140. In the guise of releasing flowing sap, the bamboo trees are actually crying tears of ecstasy upon seeing the child become an exalted devotee, flute of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Sanatana Goswami gives an alternate explanation. The trees are crying because they are unhappy at not being able to play with Krishna themselves. One may object that the trees in Vrindavan should not lament for that which is impossible for them to obtain, just as beggar certainly doesn't lament because he is forbidden to meet the king. But the trees are actually just like an intelligent person who suffer when they cannot obtain the goal of life. Thus, the trees are crying because they cannot get the nectar of Krishna's lips. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Putale Srimate Bhakti Vikas Swami Tinamine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Putale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, translation. My dear Gopis, what auspicious activities did the flute perform to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips independently and leave only a taste for us Gopis, for whom that nectar is actually meant? The forefathers of the flute, the bamboo trees, shed tears of pleasure. His mother, the river on whose bank the bamboos were born, feels jubilation, and therefore her blooming lotus flowers are standing like a hair on her body. Hare Krishna. So here another wonderful description of Vrindavan, the gopis discussing about this fortunate the flute enjoying the Krishna's nectar from his Krishna's lips. So this is all this chapter is quite exalted topics. It's not easy for me to speak much, but still, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Vaishnavas, we learn also philosophy. So, we can also try to understand what is our position compared to this such exalted gopis, and how far we have to still travel, and how much we have to dedicate, how much we can to surrender, so that we can understand. By saying this, it is not a joke, it is very serious business. So, and Srila Prabhupada in this section of Krishna book, of course, before that I just say, in this verse we see that is explained that trees, the bamboo trees are crying. So the two different way acharyas are explained. So both way the trees are crying. One is out of happy, the jubilation, and another is because they are not able to enjoy like the flute, so they are crying. So in both way, the crying is there. So crying for Krishna is, Srila Prabhupada say, actually the perfection of Krishna consciousness can be culminated in shedding of tears from the eyes. So shedding tears, crying, in the material world, that's day-to-day activity, that everyone is crying here all the time, because all this dukhalayam, shashvatam. So here is not mentioned about that crying. And that crying is completely different. Here everybody, we see that when somebody they lost, immediately so much they cry. And they go on crying, especially when they, very close relatives, very dear to them, and then they lose them, they die, then people can't just forget it. Sometimes for years they go on crying. Sometimes they can't tolerate it, they commit suicide. So it's so much pain is there in this material world. People cry for even small things also. So many times we see the students, when they cannot pass exam, they cry. Sometimes people, they can't get married, and then so many years, nowadays in the modern days, 40-year-old man still is not married, so he every day crying. You see every married people, and he just can't tolerate it, he cries. And like that, there's so many, and millions and millions reasons here we can describe. This is a material world. Sochati kankshati. People lament or hanker for something which is not there, and they hankering for, if I have, especially nowadays people think, if I have money, I can do everything. That's my success of my life. So just somehow get the money. If I have money, I can get everything. They think it's like that. So everybody is hankering for that. Therefore, we can see that so many people got cheated because people are just somehow or other they wanted to get money. Especially nowadays in the modern days, by this mobile phone, there's so many applications, so many different way people cheat. Just press this, you will get this much money, just one click, There's so much people hankering for money, so they just, anybody says anything, anyway, if they can get money, they just try to get it, but they got cheated, and then they cry more. So that kind of cry is not described here. This cry is for Krishna. This is, as Prabhupada said, that is the perfection of Krishna consciousness, crying for Krishna. So there is Prabhupada on lecture, he said that Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, not by yoga system, not by jnana system, not by karma system, but bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanas chasmi tattvadaha. This tattvadaha means tattva jnana, bhaktya. And what kind of bhakti? Not that simply I sit down and cry little. I practice how to cry. That is sentiment. No. Shruta Grahidaya, understanding about the absolute truth from the Vedic knowledge, then bhakti. That's real bhakti. Sentiment is not bhakti. So, simply in the name of spiritual life, spiritual practice, also we can see people out of sentiment, they just come and cry. Just yesterday afternoon, 4 o'clock, I was offering bhoga to the deities, and I came out from the altar. Just one little elderly couple came and they offered pranam to Prabhupada, and they sat down, and they were in the yoga posture, the meditation, and both of them were sitting like they're 60s maybe, they're elderly couple, but they kind of spiritual, you can see. They feel themselves as a very spiritual people, and they sat and they meditate. And even a little tears were coming from that man's eyes. And then, after seeing the deity, and they didn't speak anything, but because I was doing arati and everything was going on, and then they left. So like that many times we can see people just, come and, sit to meditate, and or sometimes they cry, or sometimes we can see that, not many times we can see, especially in Vrindavan area, if we go there, there's so many these professional Bhagavatam speakers. They sit and describe Bhagavatam, and then sometimes just tears comes, and they have a towel just to wipe the tears, particularly. And so like this, so-called spiritual people also out of sentiment they cry. That cry, Prabhupada here very clearly say that's not considered as a perfection. Of course, crying is there, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to cry, but that stage is very, very high. It is not possible. You are crying, but next moment you are engaged in ordinary things. That crying is artificial. One who can cry for Krishna, he becomes mad, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Govinda Brahename. Sunyayidam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Brahename. He says, crying, everything is now over. I cannot see Krishna, so that crying is different crying. Not that in the meeting I cry, and the next moment I'm now dry. I want this, I want that, but that not crying. So this kind of sentiment or just feeling, I feel I'm so spiritual. That is kind of without understanding who we are, who is Krishna, and what is devotion. Without any understanding, out of sentiment, crying will not help. And that will keep on you cry in this material world because this kind of crying, as Prabhupada says, that people just you can see out of sentiment they go to this Sai Baba or so many different places like these so-called spiritualists, and in front of them they cry, they do bhajan and they sing a song and they do all of them they cry, and then as soon as they come to home, switch on the TV, watch all kind of nonsense things, or drink chai, or many of the so-called spiritual people even eat meat. So, where is the question of cry for Krishna? There is no at all crying. So, crying for Krishna is really when you have a proper practice, like in our Krishna consciousness, the Prabhupada's time, there's so many devotees, really, they were so serious, they were practicing so seriously, and they really cried. Remember just incident that I forgot the Mataji's name in Bombay. She was serving the deities, Radharas Bihari, and then she wanted to get some new dresses for the deities, and there is no money. Yamuna Mataji, huh? And then she just one evening just sat down on the roadside and just was crying. And then some rich man, some businessman or someone came and they noticed that, some Western lady sitting and crying, and so he came and asked, do you need any help? And she said, yes, I wanted to get new outfit for the deities, but there is no money. So he took her, and I think his father was there, and then explained all things were happening. So he immediately gave money, and he said, I will sponsor. So she was happy after that. So by hearing this incident or reading in the book, you can understand. We can see ourselves. Like myself, I was just thinking after reading that section in the book, and do I have any time, any experience like that, crying for service? Nothing, never. Years are gone, 25 years, but not even one day I cried really, honestly to tell. So, moreover, we try to avoid, if any service opportunity comes, why not him? He's not doing nothing. He's not simply sitting. He's just not doing anything. just trying to dump on others when service opportunity comes. So really, surrender means, really tasting Krishna consciousness, the real taste by surrendering completely and, engaging in the service. Then only we can be happy. Then only we can really relish what is real Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, after so many years, we can see still is, I can't come on time for Mangalarati, I can't come, for reading every day, you can sit every day with the devotees for chanting. So many, I can feel that, I have to improve. And so, still, I understand that it's very much, we have to still travel in this Krishna consciousness. So somehow or other, we have to get inspired and surrender fully. Then we will be able to understand what is this gopis, this mood, what they are discussing in this chapter. It's not just some, ordinary thing. It goes in some extent, some Acharya's commentary, they say that even the gopis manifest kind of envy towards the flute, because the flute is so much enjoying, and they say that the flute is just some dull matter, and Krishna is a gopa, we are gopis, and we are meant for enjoy those nectars, but why this flute is enjoying all the time. So they kind of manifest envy. But this is, of course, absolute platform. This is not envy like in the material world we, have this quality of envy. It's not like that. So this is really, really very exalted, very high level. But for that, we have to really go still far. It's very, very far away, that feelings. So for that, but it's not that we can't come to that platform. Everybody can come to that platform. Therefore, this process, especially when we follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pratayat. He just, giving to everyone this Krishna Prema, which is the highest things which you can get. So it's possible, but we have to become really serious and just surrender. Means in our stage, we just have to follow seriously and sincerely. Whatever we do, we should try to do with conscious that I'm serving Krishna. It's not that, I get the opportunity to serve and just somehow, just to complete, and then after that, what? Take a mobile and just watch the shorts or, reels or some nonsense and waste your time. So I was just observed one thing when last time Guru Maharaj was here. One of our pujari was in the altar. It was offering time. He came and closed the altar and did the offering, and then after offering over, he opened the altar. Both times I observed, the class was going on, Maharaj was sitting in the Vyasasana speaking. I observed the pujari was so careful and so nicely he read. There is no even single sound, little sound come from this lifting or putting down. He was so careful and so slowly, and he very consciously was try to avoid any sound. And really, there is no sound. That time I was thinking, my God, it can be done. Then I was thinking that I was doing also one time, some other devotee was giving class, but I was also, in the altar, then I was really making noise so that everybody can see that I'm in the altar. So I was comparing that both incident, this. Then I become completely shameful. Such a rascal I'm serving Krishna, but I wanted to show to others that, you see, I'm serving. I'm just a friend of Krishna. I'm serving for Krishna. You see what a consciousness is, such a big difference. So where I am going to understand these gopis' discussions and, their feelings, if I'm still in this kind of material conscious. So then I understand, and this is, really, if we by consciously do any service, anything, it can be pleasing Krishna, just by thinking of Krishna, just to please Krishna, it can be just cleaning the floor nicely, or anything, washing pots, washing bathroom, toilet, anything. If you do it really with conscious, is Krishna's thing, and then you can really relish that what is the real Krishna conscious, what is taste of this Krishna conscious. So for that, really, we have to, take this opportunity, engage in the service, and every opportunity we get, for service or for anything, we should not say no. We try to just, because is what else we are going to do? If we say no, then we are going to say to Maya yes, means we are going to suffer. So then there is a long gap to understand what is Krishna conscious for us. So better use this opportunity, try to follow all the program and all the system is established, attending Mangala Arati, attending daily classes, reading, chanting, everything if you do consciously and nicely is for Krishna's service, as we understand. And then in short time, Prabhupada say to 1 minute is enough to attain the perfection, to surrender. So after 25 years, I'm not feeling, it means I have still material desire, lots of material desire. So some or other, by the mercy of Vaishnavas and Guru, Krishna, hope one day I can get purified. So that should be our mood. Hare Krishna. Okay, stop here. Any question or comment? Shortly for 1 minute, anything? Yes.
Another thing that struck me in this verse was whatever prayers and whatever poetry and that we see in the Bhagavatam is something amazing. So you can see here that the gopis are appreciating the rivers and the trees. Also the lotus flower that is emanating from the rivers, they compare it to the hair from the rivers, compared to the bamboo tree and all the things that are growing. On the other hand, you see so many poetry, so many people are writing pictures of, when I use poetical words and other things, but actually it is all imaginary, there is nothing of substance and value. There is existing pure devotion and it uplifts the consciousness of even
Yes. That's what I mentioned, that gopis feel that Krishna is a gopa, we are gopis, we are here to enjoy, but the flute is getting more, that nectar from the Krishna's lips. So this is what gopis are feeling. Gopis, how the word is says, they feel that Krishna is ours. We are meant to enjoy whatever is from Krishna. So they own, and they have that feeling, Krishna is mine, like that. It's in a very high level. It's difficult to understand. Enjoying, that is because Krishna is uh, Krishna's desire is that there is no separation from Krishna. There is no that enjoyment is separated from Krishna. They are enjoying with Krishna because Krishna likes that. His mother Yashoda is taking a stick and chastising. It means is really Krishna is chastised. Yes, in the sense that Krishna wants to be in that position. That is Krishna's desire. That's what's pleasing to Krishna. So, not enjoying in the sense of that, like in the material world, we also try to enjoy, but that is separated from Krishna. It's not for the Krishna's enjoyment. But that is Gopi's desire, that because Krishna likes it. There is also set up Gopis. Lord Balaram also had. He also dances with them. So that means he's not separately enjoying from Krishna. Still, he serves Krishna by doing that because Krishna likes it. Krishna is happy with that. Balaram's activity like that. In the spiritual world, in Vrindavan, everything because of Krishna's desire is happening, whatever happens. Hare Krishna.